Greetings, everybody. Michael here. Today I would very much enjoy speaking about free will, how it works, how to use your free will, and the implications of free will. So, free will is very simply the greatest gift bestowed upon us aside from life itself. So, free will is very simply our ability to perceive our reality however we choose. What we do with our consciousness is create. We create thought forms, we create scenarios, we create our dreams with our imagination, and we do so by making choices. So, our choice at any given moment is very simply a 1 or a 0. So we are in a sort of cosmic matrix. Every moment of awareness is going to create your next choice. So your choice is very simple. If you choose a 1, you will become more aware. If you choose a 0, you remain at the level of awareness that you are currently being. It's really that simple. So, how do you know if you're going to become more aware? Well, this is where we use our intuition. This is where we listen to our spirit guides, which are our feelings, and we feel the answers. So, if we recognize friction before it turns into an irritant or possibly something really painful, what we can do is navigate through by listening and feeling. You know when something is being truthful to you. So feelings never lie. Feelings are always truthful. Feelings will trigger thought forms, and those thought forms, if they're judgmental, then that feeling that arises from that assumption that you know how a person is intending to be, or you think you know what their intentions are for you, that feeling is the indicator for you to become present. So when you are present, you will become more aware, because you're going to discard the past shame, guilt, remorse, come back to the present moment and accept the data transmission, which is going to come in various forms of energy, and listen to the answer. If you live in fear of the future, worry, doubt, any of these fear-based types of emotions, you are placing a barrier. That is also an assumption that you think you know how something is going to feel, when in actuality you have no idea. All that you ever really know is how you feel right here, right now. So the present moment, the eternal now, is always available because it's always here. What time is it? Right now. It's now. What time is it right now? It's still now. It's always, only ever now. And every moment of awareness, you always have two choices. Become more aware, or remain at the level of awareness that you are. There's no mistakes. There's no right or wrong. There's only becoming more aware or remaining where you are. You always have free will in which to choose a 1 or a 0. You are responsible for that choice. You are not responsible for other people's happiness or misery. You may think that you're causing it by doing things that are harmful, but you are only creating your own friction. Do you wish to be peaceful, or do you wish to be in pain? If you enjoy a certain experience, that doesn't make it right or wrong. It just means you're enjoying that experience, and that's okay. It doesn't matter what the experience is. Don't get caught up in the idea that, oh, I'm not supposed to enjoy that because that's a sin. Or if I do X, Y, and Z, I'm going to hell for eternity. You create your own reality based on how you perceive things. If you see beauty in everything, you will feel peaceful. That's a form of appreciation that is how God views the world. So if you view something as evil, you're making a decision, an assumption that that thing is not meant for you. But that form of energy, that thought form or that action or that event, is absolutely meant for you to experience, or you wouldn't be experiencing it. So the miracle is that heaven awaits you right here, right now. When you take your free will and you merge it with God's will, You will feel peaceful now. And that peaceful bliss, that nirvana, Valhalla, paradise, heaven, whatever you want to call it, has always been there, waiting. You do not have to transition to the spirit world in order to experience that. And once you become aware of that truth, you will not unsee it. You cannot unknow it. You can only adjust your oscillating rate of frequency of your consciousness to create more friction, because you feel that you deserve to suffer, maybe, or if you feel that you're unworthy of God's love, then continue with that level of awareness, which is denial of the truth. The truth is, God loves you perfectly, because you are a perfect creation, created in God's imagination for the sole purpose of living for God, with God, and through God. Your mission is to collect information and simply pass along the messages as you become more knowledgeable. As you become more aware, you will know with whom to share that information. You can assess somebody without being judgmental and determine if they are ready to receive the message by asking questions. If they continue the conversation and exchange information with you, then maintain that relationship. As soon as they decide to no longer give anything back to the relationship, move on. Because when you move on, you're choosing a one. You're choosing to become more aware with that next person. You don't have to be abused. You don't have to allow for your spirit to be drained. God is giving you permission to experience peace. And the degree of which is entirely up to you. I have experienced plenty of trauma with a T, drama with a D, pain, misery, suffering, all of it, depression, sexual abuse, mental abuse, physical abuse, spiritual abuse. So I know how you feel. I also know how you can feel. So try it. As you become more aware, you will become more peaceful. You will also feel immeasurable amounts of joy if you give freely of your gifts. Whatever you're passionate about, whatever interests you. Because you know how that makes you feel, share it with other people. And the ones that it resonates with are meant to receive that message. The ones that deny any level of truth when you are being truthful and honest are choosing a zero. They're choosing to remain at the level of awareness that they are, and that is okay too. Everybody is responsible for their own degree of peacefulness. And many will choose to remain in states of being that are other than peaceful. So what do you do with those people? You love them anyway. But what if they do something horrible? You love them anyway. Does that mean that you condone what they do? Of course not. There are spiritual laws that dictate how we should treat other people, how we should treat animals, how we should treat ourselves. So your return to the One is inevitable. And it's up to you how fast you want to feel God's love. All right, buddies. I appreciate the time. I love you guys. And I'm here for you. Feel free to email me, everardmusic@gmail.com. That's EVRARDMUSIC@gmail.com. You can view some really beautiful images. I'm very blessed to live in Hawaii on Oahu and get a lot of great shots every day. That's my Instagram, @EverardMusic. My YouTube channel is Everard Music. My website is going to be michaeleverard.com. And I'm here to pass along the message. All right, folks, be well.